What's the deal? What's the deal, gang?
Introducing the star of our show.
Yeah, yo. What up, peeps? Peeps. I remember when I used to be a peep. Alright, we got nothing on the news side. We got the chart side. Should be fun. All these fucking rejection wicks. Fuck. What's up, everybody? How's the music? Has the music been treating you? Treating you well? Jay in the house. Ahmed, Kieran, Rose, Shafiq, Don Juan, welcome. Fireburn. Alright, well, I'm done rolling this J. It's gonna get smoked when we have about 420 likes or 420 viewers, either or. Prefer to spark it at 420 viewers. I mean likes, but we might just do it on the viewers. Alright, let's grab some of this ICT. Talk about the drink, chat. Talking about the drink. Talking about the drink. That's why we roll too. Yep, I smoked a joint before I smoked a joint. Alright, can we get into a breakdown? That would be lovely, Wix. Can you do that? Yes, I can. Look at that. The daily drove down even though we closed at support yesterday and still closed below all. Yeah, closed below all of the daily resistance, all the daily support. So now this has turned into resistance. Let's see where we would need to come up. Oh, this is interesting on the hourly. So the 4-hour just closed respecting, well, the last 4-hour closed respecting a 4-hour support. Let's see if we can come back up here. Yeah, you see what happened last time? We drove down from this area down to here. Roughly here, it's roughly here. We filled the range and then this is the area we found support in for the drive up, right? Drive up right here. Found support here for the drive up. So this seems to me like a pretty good area across the board to reject from. Now let's see if we can. Where do we reject from? I think this is yesterday's range. Yeah, we've kind of had a hard time really getting out of this. Yeah, I'm gonna look for support because for us to drive down here, I think we can drive down, but I don't think we're gonna break 1894 here. So I'm gonna look for positions. If we are to break 1894, then and stay below it, then I'll look for sells. For now, I'm gonna look for rejection up here in this area, unless we get unless we get up to 1920 areas, 1913 areas where we can look for sells. Yeah, unless we get to back to these areas, 1912, then we can look for more sells. But for now, these are two area. Alright, gang. So for us to drive down, we're gonna look for these areas. If we can just drive straight up here and look for a rejection here to come down, great. But ideally, I'm gonna look for a wick down into this area here, sort of like this, and a drive back up. So if we can get the hourly here to, let's say, close bullish on this hourly or not break this area. A bullish hourly close here in about 45 minutes, 48 minutes. Even a bullish 30 close here would make this, would establish a support here, at which point I can look for a candle to come down here and grab liquidity here, and we could look for the flip here on the higher time frame to continue up to the top of the range, because I believe we have to tap these areas, these wick areas, in order to come down further to fill this. All right, so what we can have here is maybe the 5-minute come down here and also close with a very small bottom wick or no bottom wick at this area. Right, if we can come down here on the 5 and close like that, I would not hesitate to, ideally 5-15 higher time frame, no top, no bottom wick would be a stronger indication that there's no more range. But if the 5 does this, then I don't mind taking an entry here on the next 5 as this bottom wick here is created to drive up. Right. We want to emulate what's happened here and what's happened here. And these wick entries right here would be ideal. If we don't get that and the price drives up, which I don't know if it will or not, right? But if the price drives up here, we're gonna look for it to come down, retest these areas, and then drive up again. This area I don't really like here. Remove. This was a hourly level or 2-hour level that I drew on here. there a level here on the 5? There is a level here, right? Oh, it's a 30. Five held support here. I need the 15. The 15 just closed and it held support as well. If we get a bottom wick here breaking this 15, because as of right now, at any moment, this hourly can still flip and drive down to fill this wick down, right? So I need to see a strong support formed here, and then a retest of it. And we haven't retested this support yet. Is this it? This little nub a retest? If the 30 closes above this area, and the next 30 starts off with a bottom wick, then we'll look for positions off the rip. Yes, bearish, but we need to come up to these areas, then I'll look for sells. We come up to 1905 areas, 1904, 1905, I'll look for sells. Still trick breakouts? Yeah, but we don't have breakouts here. We would have had a support here, we would have had a resistance, and we'd be in a range for the session, and we would have no chance of a trade, or slim chance of a trade. This was a really good flip here. This was how the hourly opened. See, a 30 close like this in 10 minutes, exactly where it is. This is a 30 area right here. That's a 30 previous support at 1901.94. We close above it. That means we're closing above the previous 30. And if the next 30 opens with a bottom wick, I think we can take a flip. I don't think we can take a bottom wick there for the specific reason that at the time we're going to be taking it, the hourly is going to be bearish, driving down. I'm going to need to see some indication on the 5 or the 15 that it's supporting here for there to be a bottom wick. Other than that, it might just drive up here, and if it drives up, we're going to look for shorts at 1904 areas. market's done this movement before. Right. It's done this before. It's driven from this area to here, rejected here, all the way down, rejected here, up to this area. You're getting literally the same identical movement right now. Rejected in that area. It didn't come down as far, but it spiked down here, came back up. I'm sorry, I did this. That's what I did. All right, I see. See, now it's come down basically right here, tapped the same area. Did this, did that, came up. Let's tap in the same area here. Find support here. Clear your session trades, you are correct. Give me 1 sec. They are cleared. We're just gonna continue. Yeah, it looks like it's just gonna continue up here. A lot of wicks right here. Chat, drop a like, sub to the channel. I've been killing it for the last few weeks. I'm killing it the entire year. This month has been really good. How are you? I am not unwell. How are you? We're gonna have to have price come down here to 1901 areas and show 1900 areas and show us that it's respecting the support. It's gonna stay above it. Let's see if we can come down here and let's see if we can stay above it. You trade many different pairs for focusing on gold. Yes, many different pairs. Oh, wow. Wow. We've surpassed 420 viewers in the first half hour of the stream. Incredible. This calls for a celebration. Celebration requires a light. know you guys see a rejection here on the 5. You see this area here, right? It's rejected. It's come down here. Yeah, it can reject to come down here again, but in the higher time frame, this is more. This whole area is a support instead of, right? You go to the 4-hour here. This is a support. This isn't where you grab liquidity from. Where you grab liquidity from is right here. These areas. See those wicks? That's what I was saying. 1904 areas to come down. So once we come up there and grab more liquidity, we can drive further. For now, this whole area has to be some kind of support area. So we are looking for where we can take advantage of the buys here. We got 4 minutes to the 30 closes. 30 closes with a top wick, and the next 30 opens immediately with a bottom wick. We might have some buys, might have some early buys. Really want to see this 4-hour close though, right? Because here's the thing, price already made a bottom. Now this 4-hour bottom wick was the retest, so we might not come back here. That's what I'm saying. The 30 might do here depending on how this closes altogether. All right, torch or lighter. Lighter. Right. Step outside with this. We got a couple minutes, chat. Don't worry.
Outside minute! No for the inside! Outside minute!
All right, so this is good. This is good. 30 might flip, continue further down, find another support. Big up tug of war, yeah. How you know, man? How you know, man? Less than a minute here for the 30 close. See, I don't like the way the 1 hour looks here. This is gonna be tough. We might have to wait for the 4 hour to close here. Get maybe a doji out of the 4 hour that it couldn't drive anywhere. Because if the 1 hour flips, it's gonna fill the 1 hour wick here if it re-breaks it slow. Okay, there goes the 35, no bottom wick. That's interesting here. Yeah, I wouldn't get in here, chat. Either way, if this bottom wick came down here, 1901, I might have taken it or even lower before it flipped. Yeah, below 1901. That's where I want to see a bottom wick too. Because the 5 had no bottom wick, right? So we get a bottom wick and flip, we're driving up. The key is we want a steeper bottom wick than, what was this? 1.1 pip? No, that's not a bottom wick. That's nothing. But it might be the level where it rejects, right? It's rejected off this area a few times. Right here. Right here. Is that it for the 30? Okay. What about March 15? What about it? I'm looking at it. 14, 15th hour chart. If we get a candle respect and get a top, oh yeah, this is the area I've marked up. If you noticed a few times, 1904 area, 1905. That's where I'm looking for a top wick. Yeah, we pointed this out, except we pointed that out on the hourly. That for us to drive down further, candles would have to grab liquidity at 1904, 1905 areas. Even if we're going to drive down and close below here, and the 4-hour is... The 4-hour closing doji would mean it's respecting support. There's a support here on the 4-hour. Barely. Let's see. Actually, no, the 4-hour closing doji would mean it's closing below this little resistance. Yeah, we make a top, we'll get a top wick to this area. I'll still expect a top wick on the next 4-hour, right? So that could show up in the shape of a 1-hour. The next 4 hours here could, you know, give you a bottom wick. Drive up. Drive up. And this could literally be the next 2 hours here, right? That's your next 2 hours. That's your 4-hour candle, right? That's your 4-hour candle with a top wick. All it did was just top wick and came down. So if we're gonna come up and grab that top wick to come down, then that's how I was looking for bias. But if it stays below here, like look, the hour, that's what we were talking about, the hourly flipping. So if the hourly flips and stays below here, it's gonna come down and retest these areas. And then if we start closing below, I'm gonna wait to see how this 4-hour closes. If we start closing below 1900, 454, I'm gonna look for a top wick and then more sells. But I doubt that's the direction we're heading in the Asian session here. Because we already bounced off of here. We found a support. It's not like we're continuing driving. Found a support. After we drove from here, we probably need to come down, come up higher to drive further. Also, we can get the support, meaning the big boys are accumulating their... I don't know who the big boys are. Yeah, big boys. We want the hourly above there. That would be lovely. Sell part, yeah, I just said if we come down and close below this area, then I'm just gonna look for a respect here, right? Something like this. And then an entry here as we print the top wick. Somewhere above this area, somewhere in here will be a good entry to continue filling the wick. And at that point, if I'm wrong and we do end up coming up and this candle doesn't break down but continues up, at some point it's gonna have to come down here and create a bottom wick where I'll get out, break even, a little bit in profit wherever it is, and then it'll take off, right? So that's what I will look for. I must come to Amsterdam. I might. Because, right, Asian, it tends to be maybe it tends to be the pullback session or the range session, but a lot of times it's the pullback session. So if we're gonna pull back on the overall market, right, we don't want to waste the sessions, and this is our way of, you know, being able to take advantage of the time that we're on the charts. What's the most riskiest part of wick entry? What if the other candle closes strong bullish? Strong bullish does not make a bottom wick. I mean, candles don't have to always come back to your price, but gold has such tendencies where it does a high percentage of the time. And yeah, losses, of course. Nothing is 100%. No one is invincible in this game. We're gonna take losses. You should know. What if? Well, then you'll take a loss if it never comes back to your profit and just flies for another 100 pips. But chances of that are very slim. And that's the benefit of trading the way we trade. Yeah. No stress, chat. This is going to be, we're coming up on the last 15 of the 4 hour. We don't have an indication that we've established the support yet. Yeah, all across the board. This is a support area. The issue is are we gonna close below 1900 areas? Are we gonna close below 1945? With this style strategy, we should only focus on gold, right? I mean, no, you should only focus on one pair, right? And see if these nuances apply to other pairs. You don't need other pairs, bro. You know what I mean? Like, if you're just wondering, like, are you gonna be more proud? You don't need it. You can make a fucking killing trading one thing. You ever commented in the Forex channel on Trading View? That's pure COD, love you. No, I've never. I've seen Don do it, but me personally, never. Yes, Damon, yes. Personally, never. Oops. And Elvis, I hear what you're saying with us being bearish, but the thing is, I think the higher time frames here, like the hourly, you see the 4 hour drove down there and it respected this area and flipped. Now the hourly has made a bottom wick and also kind of never came back there. So I feel like we need to grab more liquidity on the upside to come back down. If that's the case, then we'll see this hourly close bullish here, and then a bottom wick on the next hourly should be our indication for buys to continue up to the next level of resistance, where we can only play the range here. It's a small range, it's not a lot. Maybe 20 pips we have here, 30. 15, no top wick. Interesting. Good eye job. Can I ask, did if Donvo appeared here on your life? If yes, on what date? I want to see does interaction. Cause I'm regular there and new here. Wait, I'm not sure what you're asking. Yeah, Don comes through once in a while. Whenever I don't think he trades Asian right now, but he comes through once in a while. Like he's busy with a lot of shit right now. Yeah, we have no positions here until the 4-hour close, so the hourly closes. The 4-hour is gonna close bullish at a support. What would be really interesting is if the initial 5 or the initial 15 off the next hourly right, if the initial 15 off the next hourly does something like this, right, if it closes like that, I'm gonna be in there like swimwear off the next candle as soon as there's a bottom wick on it, right, to continue up. So the 15 could come down, the first 15 of the next hourly candle can come down, do this. It'll show us that it's holding support, it has no more range to come down with no bottom wick, and then a bottom wick somewhere to these areas where we wicked down to before, and we'll be in a position. So for now, let's wait. I know. Don't even fucking say it right now. I beat everyone to it. See, I already did it. Nope, no tape, nothing. You choose to it. We got some time. We got maybe about another 20 minutes to wait here. 25 minutes. Should trade real capital with small risk. That's what you should do, LN. Because if someone's confident in their trading, they're not going to ask me advice on going live or what their risk should be or any of that, right? But if you're asking for advice, then you should definitely be trading live. That's my advice to everybody. Have some skin in the game, right? But just don't put risk on the table. Think 3 months of no data? No. You need 3 months is nothing. You need a couple of years of data. You need a few market cycles. No trades tonight, bro. None yet. I mean, we've had a trade. The last 3 Asian sessions have been W's, but no trade tonight so far. I do want the hourly to close above this yellow line here, above 1901.944. Closure below it would show me that it's holding resistance. Shit showing no trade night. Yeah, it's very possible. A lot's gonna depend on this 4-hour close. 6 minutes here. What do you feel more confident with, sells or buy? Whatever sets up here. We can have both. Gotta be fluid. You're gonna have both. You might have sells, you might have buys. For us to get buys, it's gonna take longer to set up than it would for the sells, but you can have both. I've been trading for 5 years this month. It is 5 years this month. Started trading in August of 2018, yeah. So I started trading, like started learning in August of 2018. I placed my first trade in September. If I remember correctly, my first trade I placed was, it was either September 2nd or September 6th of 2018. That was my first trade ever placed. And it was penny. My first trade, it was a penny. Like it was like, I think I lost 14 cents because I just needed to know how the market would work. I've never placed a trade, so I need to open a position, close it, and just get the feel of it. Right? That 200 was gone that same night. That 200 was gone so quick, I thought my girl was fucking going out or something. Like, damn, did my girl go out or something? Like, where the fuck did that shit go? Honey, you got my card? You got my Forex account? You can't take my MT5 with you to the club. She was gone so quick. One minute here. I'm gonna go take a pull. So, that's to invite some volume to these markets. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, we closed above here, right? And bullish. This is nice. Let's see what kind of bottom wick we can get. I'm gonna look for some buys on the bottom wick. So I'm gonna take a buy right here. Okay, took a buy. We're gonna look for $9,263. Stop. It's a 90 pip stop for now, but that's just for me to make sense of the situation. It's obviously gonna move. I'm gonna look to retest the top of this range, and at roughly 13-14 pips I'm gonna look to go break even and close out the trade. And we have a chance at some more pineapples once we get down to 1900 flat area. Ideally, you'd want to see a steeper wick here, but we've rejected a couple of times at this area. I think we might just drive up here. Excuse me. Just, yeah, we banged on this door a few times and rejected it. I mean, 4 hour strong bullish close. The 1 hour closed back above the 1 hour range. This was a 1 hour level, so faked out on the 1 hour. 30 closed above the most recent and above the 1 hour. Right? The 5 made a bottom wick and then flipped. So every time frame's in our direction. My entry is 190202. $1902.02 right there. That was my entry on Z Broker. 9674. That would be, that's where the stops would be, 9674. Yeah, we come down, we tap these areas. I'm gonna look for pineapples at around 1900 areas. Whatever's on the screen is what I have. You can look to right up to these areas, but realistically, I think 1904 is where you're probably, 1905 is where you probably want to get out full before it retests the lows again. TP, it's on the screen. Full TP and stops. Stops can be more optimal, but for now, this is where they are. We don't have a top wick. I mean, we do, but it's minus very small top wick on this hourly candle. Then we came up to grab liquidity. I'm expecting a flip of the hourly. All right, no bottom wick here on the 5, right? What do we say? We wanted no bottom wick on the 15. Might still happen. Remember we said the first 15 on the next hourly, if it goes no bottom wick, will be an interesting idea for an entry. So we might still have pineapples in that case as well, if the 15 closes no bottom wick. Because the 5 no bottom wick here indicates, right, there shouldn't be a range to go down. Let's see. Let's see if this 5 can flip up. Minutes for the 15. Moment you buy and a sell? I'm gonna buy. I called it when I said I'm entering. I'm taking a buy here. I'm gonna enter a position here. Literally set it for you. $90 here. Let's see how the 15 closes. Why no one tells here anything? Hey, you gotta be trolling, bro. Right? Is he? People are sweating? I mean, that's why? Then that means you're over risking. It's the only reason to sweat is if you're over risking. And I've been there. I've over risked many times before in my life. Many times. $15 closure here. Dumps out and short, hit stop loss. I mean, it's on you, wherever your stop loss was. Stop loss was. Wooks, do you ever trade US 30? Not really. I don't remember if I've tried US. I'm pretty sure I've tried US 30 when I just started, but it was moving very quickly. Especially when you start, it's very unforgiving. This 4-hour low is almost broken. You'll be fine, chat. Looking for a position here, but didn't break it. I was thinking of entering once we broke the lows here for another buy. That was I wanted the initial rejection. Now it's going to retest it. If it re-breaks it, it might drive down further to establish support. So that would have been interesting. This is good though. Now that it's grabbed liquidity below there, if it flips now, it should drive. No pineapples. I mean, it hasn't formed yet, or it might not form. We'll see. You ready, Inwix? Yeah, we're in drawdown right now. See how we close here, chat. The 15's closing here in 10 minutes. If it closes bullish and we get a bottom wick on the next 15, I might think of having pineapples here. Is the hourly flipping here? Almost. But we broke the previous lows. This was a really good entry on these lows. If you got in right here, this is fucking chef's kiss entry. That's what I really wanted. I just wanted the 5 to form a little bit differently here, right? But overall, look, the hourly printed bullish. You still never broke. I'm pointing with my finger, like it matters. Chat, if you're not sure, get out here because this 5 could still flip, right? This 5 could just make a top wick and flip. It has no bottom wick, so it can all happen. If that happens, I'm telling you right now, if this happened really fast in the beginning of the candle, it's your chance. But it's on you, right? It's your decision to stay in the trade or not stay in the trade. You have, you take the raw responsibility of being the one in control of the results. You're taking the responsibility here of the results, right? And whatever the results are, you have to understand that they're on you. Once you could come to terms with that, you can probably start getting better at your own faults. Oh, this is right on time. What do you know? Yo, is it me or this thing is lagging? Yo. People got scared of the song. Yeah. Price went the other way as soon as I started playing it. Ah, Jesus. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Chad. Hold on, I got a phone. That was the weirdest phone call I had in a long time. What the fuck was that all about? We should have had this wick entry here, chat. On the bottom wick. I'm gonna go B at 19033, which is gonna be 12 pips here for me. 13 pips, something like that. Haven't closed anything, haven't managed anything. I'm up 5 pips here. We still kind of have a bottom wick entry, right, on the hourly. We're still in the middle of the bottom wick here, technically. Let's grab this liquidity below all these candles where it's rejected before and now flipped and started driving above everything. You'd figure it'd fill the range, right? Before making the next decision, you figure the candle would fill the range. Maybe one more push, if we get in one more nice push up. Okay, can we push? Ah, that's annoying. Is that a 15? That's a chat. I'm gonna go break even here, but I'm not gonna close. We have a 15 with no top wick. I'm just break even. I have risk off the table. That was ugly. If we had a wick entry, it would be a perfect entry to go break even. Right, we wouldn't care. But right now we have a 15 with no top wick. All right, gang. I'm gonna close half here at 10. I'm gonna close half. I'm gonna let the rest rock here. I closed half at exactly 10 on the dot. Let's see if we survive. Let's see if we survive.
We got a runner!
The thing here, if you look at the hourly and the 30, oh, that was a 32, right? So that was a 30 close. That was a 30 no top wick. Definitely break even, chat. That was a 30. So we might come back here. But the hour, here's the thing. The good thing about this, the hourly's still open, right? So if we come back here, the next hourly is going to retest the lows. All right, all right, all right. All right. Hey, there we go. I'm going to close full here. Just close full. 14 pips. I didn't even have to erase it. I could have just left the 14. The hourly's still going, right? The hourly has a bottom wick, and it, you know, like if you want to let it rock, let it rock. That wasn't just the 15, that was the 30. So I think we can, if we just reach the top of this area, we can flip bearish and come back down here. High chance that happens. High chance we flip bearish and at least tap these areas before driving further up. But if we don't, great. Personally, I don't give a damn. I got a W. That's it for the evening. The streak continues. All the devious winning. Honestly, I stopped looking at chat when I'm in trades, so I don't know what's going on in the chat. Were there anybody talking shit? Was there any people talking shit when we're in drawdown? I guess that's win number 43 on the year. Drop a like, sub to the channel. Turn on your notifications. This way you know when we're on. Hey Siri, remind me Wix 9 is on every weekday, 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Boom. I got you. We usually trade 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. That's usually our trade scheme. Okay, put this in here. Please. And if there was a top wick on that 30, I probably would not have closed full there. There's no top wick indicating we should come back bearish. The hourly might even flip and close doji. Win number 43. But once the hourly closes here, right, and it closes bullish like that, you're going to get another steep bottom wick. You could probably look for entries. But for me personally, hold on, let me get the gang in here. Everyone's been in here. I completely forgot about it, about chat, about Zoom. What up, Tino?
Hold on, we gotta talk to Wix.
Oh, what up, Lord? What's the deal? What
Oh,
up,
yeah,
that
what's
one?
up?
Your Zoom's free to unmute.
What up? What up?
You guys take the
I'll be
trade?
right back. I'll be right back.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I got 17
Sounds good.
pips on that one.
17?
I was waiting for the break of the lows there to add pineapples, and it just never broke.
Yeah. Really good entries.
Yeah, it was good. Great call out.
I think we could have had much better entry where I wouldn't have closed full here. Either better entry or a top wick on the 30. But like if we took something here on the break of the previous hourly at this area, I mean, we'd be riding pretty. Right, and not likely it comes back in here. Can, but not likely it does that now.
Yeah, I noticed taking like the next 5-minute rejection usually works out the best. But it was still a W trade,
Yeah.
W setup.
Yeah.
Like we're getting more trades during Asian session with this one new motion play.
Because you have, I spoke to Don before. I was like, yo, we just pulled back for Asian. This was months ago. We just ranged, right? Got to figure out how to take advantage of that. How to and then the zucchinis came about. I was like, yo, these zucchinis are going to be the beginning to some really big runners. And we're going to get more positions. We're going to have positions more often. Because we went from taking 1 to 2 trades a week to basically getting a trade almost every day.
Yeah, like especially when you start to understand it now. Like I feel like we're able to confidently trade within ranges too.
And it does the same thing over and over. It's doing this day in, day out, every day.
Yeah. I've been talking to Don Juan about a bunch and a few other people. It's just constant conversations about it, and it's once we kind of understand it a little bit. Obviously, need to understand it a little bit more, but like it is opening a lot more doors to good probability trades.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
funny.
key entries, everything.
Yeah, it's funny. Everyone I talk to in Devious, like I speak to, separate people, and everyone's got like a little crew of people going, like, oh, I talked to this guy from Devious, and we're like, we keep in contact, we talk, and everyone's like, you guys don't even know this, but everyone's like discussing these things amongst themselves, right?
Yeah.
You have different like cliques inside of Devious that just,
I talk to Janice a bunch too.
Yeah, like you talking to Don Juan, there's people like other people talking to each other, right? And just like, oh, this works, that works.
I just added Valentino on Instagram, so I'll probably message him a bunch now too. We'll start bugging him.
Hell yeah. I'm following everybody I've been seeing.
Yeah.
Don Juan, you took that?
DBS family.
Oh, I think he's talking to somebody. Yeah, he busy.
Oh yeah, he's definitely talking to somebody.
I think someone's in the room. We just can't see him. Don Juan, you took that? Yes.
He's in space.
He's like playing Call of Duty or something.
Oh, he don't have the headphones on. That's why.
Oh yeah, no headset, no headset.
Do you work out where it will be break even? Oh, how do you work? I went break even once we were touching the top of this range. Actually, no, I went break even once we closed with no top wick. But I would be break even here regardless.
Alright, I'm back.
Touching the top of the range.
I just didn't know what my mic settings were, so I didn't want to jump back and forth.
Shout out to Don, your sub, bro. Really appreciate the knowledge, the value DB's game's giving. You guys are one of the best decisions. I mean, yes, thank you. I appreciate every single one of you for coming through day in and day out. And you see, look at that. Like, this is, again, another.
Oh, now you're hearing the lag?
Oh, yo. We hear you.
Perfect.
Is that me? Oh, man, my bad.
Yeah. But see, this I love this mic. I can just be like, hello. Hello, 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 hello. See, this mic is awesome. But look, another perfect close, right? We closed at the wick here and realizing it should come back bearish, and look at 30. Look what the 30 is doing. This is perfect. Wix.xe. EXE stop responding. What do you mean? So it's going first bearish, then to flip back. I don't know if it's gonna flip back now. I just know, like, now you have to wait for another setup. Like, how would you tell where you would put the stop? I typically go below the range, below the previous hourly or 5-minute range. But you really have to understand pineapples and how it works, and how we would add positions to see where we could add them, to see where below that range I can have a stop. Nice predict on that 30 minute. There's no prediction. We're just playing probabilities, right? We're here long enough to know what it typically does, right? And then we just play the probability of it repeating over and over. I will recording your laugh win. I don't know what that means, but I will recording your laugh too. Is this one of the rare moments in stream we catch Wix smoking? What do you mean? How is that a rare moment? It's one of the rare moments where I don't have a joint in my hand. Oh man. High fives all around, chat. Good job. Good job for not losing it, right? Did chat lose their mind when we were in drawdown? They didn't, right? They only do that in New York.
Yeah, I don't think so. People are chilling.
Yeah. Chat's cool today. Holy blunt. Holy smoke. mm. Not to be real, I don't want to smoke in it today because my kids are gonna be running in here. All hail the Zaza. Straight cheese. Look at that. Stops never tapped. This might also be just the top wick, right? With the 5. Oh, the 5 is closing here. No, I think it might just dry down. Typically, if this does this in the first half of the 5 minute, it's just the top wick for it to drive down back in range. Are you open for another position, or are you done for today? I'm most likely done for the evening until morning. Because now I'd need the market to set up again, and it's just going to be a lot of waiting. And I know I don't want to say that because when I say that, the viewers drop. Like, look, we just lost 150 viewers. Like there was 770 in here, like damn near 800, 620 now. All right, so. But I mean, it's really the end of our stream, right?
Yeah, make sure you guys look it up.
Yeah, be here. Make sure you're here tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern for Don Vo's stream. He's been killing it. Massive streak on that stream, right? And we've just in general, all the devias we've been killing this month. August has been really amazing, right? And also tomorrow, Hump Day. Be there, 8 p.m. Eastern. This stream will continue. It's 3 a.m. here. LOL. Good night. Yes. And then my birthday on a good note. Awesome. It's your birthday today, and it's my daughter's birthday. Incredible. It's my daughter's birthday today as well. She's out on a date. But not that kind of date. Because, you know, Papa Wicks would be in the car right behind her. I'd be in the back seat.
Be like fucking Bad Boys.
I ain't going back to jail. Yeah, Twizzy, appreciate you showing up. You do good trades, but it would be better if you do more trades in one day. I just take what the market gives. The market gives, I take it. And it's going to be a little while here till it gives again. How old are you? 18. Oh, you look at least 30. Motherfucker, you look 30. Explain the break of the highs or the break of the lows entries. Well, if the higher time frame respects support, and then you break the lows on the smaller time frame, highly likely you're coming back up in range. The smaller time frames come back up in range, and that's your indication that, yeah, you should go up. And then the first candle that can now break the lows, that's your entry. All right. if we are driving down, and let's say this is the hourly level, right? The hourly support. If we drive down, right? Oh, that's the wrong color candle. We don't drive down like that. If we drive down here on the hourly, right? And we close at a support. We don't break it, we close at a support. We then, on the 5 minute, that's just the hourly, but on the 5 minute, right, we close at this support after we drove down on the hourly. Right, we close here, and then the 5 minute starts doing this, right? The 5 minute does that. Mind you, this is a support right here, right? On the higher time frame. And the 5 minute does this. You have a 5 minute fake out, right? Back in range. You also have an hourly support here that held. So all of this that's happening here is just the bottom wick on the hourly. How do you know it's going to go back up? Well, in a minute. Here, you wouldn't get this, first of all, this 5 closing back in range, right? 5 closing back in range gives you a high, a high probability to go up and fill the range, especially with the hourly now closing at support. The hourly didn't close below it. So these two things are in your favor. You also now know that gold is very technical and it tends to retest highs and lows. So it made a low here on the 5 minute, right? So now the 5 minutes coming up and it closes back in range. What you typically want to see once this 15 minute closes above this whole area, right? Because you'll have a candle close here, weak bullish or weak bearish, doesn't matter. The 15 will close above this area. When we say we want to break the lows to get an entry, is the understanding that we have to come back and tap this area. And we need to break these previous candle lows to tap that. That means gold will now it'll basically retest high and it'll retest a low, which it typically does, right? But because we closed above on the higher time frame and then we had the 5 minute closing back in range, we can pretty confidently take a position here, knowing that the higher time frame has just told us we should be respecting coming back up. So that's where we break the low. Ideally, we break it even further to take entries in this range, below everything, understanding that we're going to drive up and fill the range up. Right? Understand, and that's almost similar to what happened here today. Understanding that we have to come up and fill this range. The key in a lot of situations is really figuring out where your support and resistances or higher time frame levels should be drawn out. And you really, if you're having a hard time, when I always say this shit, when in doubt, zoom out. If you're having a hard time, really zoom out, higher time frames, go back, go left and see where you see the price, this blue line right now, right? And you go back left and you see between which areas the price has rejected once we reach these blue lines. And my levels are set up because I went further back here where we really had play in that area. And you see, we're kind of, go back on a 30 here. We're sort of bouncing. Well, it should be technically higher here, this area, but this is where I would put it over here. 1903 is for TP purposes, but we really knew we wanted buys somewhere at these areas with the hourly closure above 1901 because that was the hourly level. Here, I'll go back to the hourly right there. See, 1901 was the hourly level. So we wanted to come back up above it, and we understood the 5 could very well play in this range as long as the higher time frames are above this. What things you keep in mind before you take an entry? Fuck the chat. If they knew anything, they wouldn't be in the chat. I love you guys, yo. I love you, but that really rolled through my head for a second. But I'm still out here. Would you say fuck me for? No, I mean I'm talking about like not reading the chat, really, like right, not going in there because chat gets toxic, especially when you see some drawdown. Chat will just fuck up a mindset for no reason, right? So in my head, I'm like, let's close the chat and let's just concentrate on the trade and being logical, right? And let's not have anyone try to trigger me. And then like after that, I can go back to reading the chat again. Confused when take the breakout versus the wick. Just show up. It's a lot of it is experience. A lot of it is like I can tell you whatever, right? I can read you a whole fucking novel on this. It won't matter until you actually see the application of it or you actually apply it yourself. Experience the application of the knowledge. And then you could see where you have to make a tweak because you experience the position in real time and you experience the emotions, you experience the candle movements, and that's where you gain, right? That's where you gain that knowledge. That knowledge guided by experience is irreplaceable. That's because that's the knowledge of application, right? Experience is you applying your knowledge. It's irreplaceable. So that's why I say you need to have skin in the game, not a demo account. Have low risk on the table, but have skin in the game. Lopez heard now. Oh, you guys know who's gonna actually? Let's see. Never mind. I'm not gonna say nothing. You guys are gonna be really funny. You guys bring up Ty Lopez. You guys are gonna be really surprised. Oh man. All right, I think I'm gonna call it a stream here before I say some shit. I don't even know if I don't know.
What happened to Ty Lopez?
What happened to him? I don't know. You know. All right, shout out to Ty Lopez, yo.
Yeah, Ty Lopez taught Wicks how to trade.
Yeah, that's it. Fuck the chat one more time. I love you, chat. I seriously do. Honestly, Zoom, appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. Hey, yo, Lloyd, I'll see ya. Don Juan, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope everything's all right. Typically, Don Juan comes in here and talks, but today he was in no mood. He ain't having that. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tino, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for coming through.
Appreciate the stream and the trade.
Yes, drop a like, chat. Sub to the channel. Mods, Jay, my guy, always appreciate you. Thank you, Green. And that's our stream for tonight. Remember, tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern. What was that?
I was just saying shout out Jay Good, everybody.
Yeah,
Much love, everybody. Enjoy the night.
Oh, you met him. You met Jay at the thing, in person.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, yeah. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern, and same time, same place for the Asian session, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right? Here you go. Here's your song. It didn't bring us the volume during the trade, but we still won. So let's see if it could bring us the volume, the dancing volume. All right, another Asian session in the books, gang. See you tomorrow.
See you guys.
Please.